It's Wednesday, April 29th, and this is Nighttime Mathematics Radio. Well, we're still in this strange world where all the classes have stopped, but the homework goes on and on and on. But as long as real work lets me get away with it, I'm going to keep broadcasting these streams late into the evening. So tweet your math questions to @NightMathRadio, and I'll try to answer them right here live on the air. So, as always, we'll take a few minutes for anyone to tweet in who's got some questions. Be back in about 2 minutes, and we'll answer whatever people have asked, or an interesting puzzle that came up on Twitter the other day. So for the moment, this is Nighttime Mathematics Radio. Stick around. Welcome back, everybody. This is Nighttime Mathematics Radio. Once again, if you have any questions, feel free to tweet them in to @NightMathRadio. I'll try to answer them live on the air. For the moment, let's look at an interesting puzzle that got posted on the internet over the break. The puzzle looks like this. We have 4 squares here. We've got a big square here. And then the bottom, we have 2 squares, a small one of area 5, and a larger one of area 20. And now we draw a 4th square, which is tilted in a funny way. It just skims, it has a corner at this corner, just skims that corner, goes back out through this corner, and stands up like that. And so all 4 of these are squares, despite my bad art. And the question is, what's the area of this square? That's sort of an interesting question, so we don't know any of the sides to start with, except we kind of do. So this can go. Question is, first of all, what are the sides of the 2 short squares? What's this? what's this side? Well, S1 is obviously the square root of 5. Because after all, S1 squared is 5. And S2 is the square root of 20. But since 20 is just 4 times 5, that's 2 root 5. So now we know the short side and the long side. And now look at this little square up here. Look at this. We got a little right triangle here. Goes from this corner to this corner to this corner. So that's not the corner of the big square. That's just this little corner here. But we know what the sides are here. This is now a root 5. This is 2 root 5. And so we know the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is root 5 squared, which is 5, plus 2 root 5 squared is 20. So the sum of those is 25. It's the square root of that is 5. So this triangle up here is a root 5 to 2 root 5 to 5 right triangle. Now why am I worried about the ratios? And the reason is, let's look at this triangle real fast. So where this is one side, this is the second side, and the top of the square is the third side. Why is that one interesting? Well, it's clearly a right triangle because this is the bottom of a square. Moreover, these are opposite internal angles, and so they're the same angles, which means these must be similar. After all, they have the same angles. We've got a right angle, we've got this angle. This has to be 90 minus the other two. Saves you here. So we know the ratios of these sides. In particular, the ratio of the top of the square, which is 3 root 5, because it's root 5 plus 2 root 5. So we know 3 root 5 over the longer of the two short sides, which we'll just call S, is equal to, well, that was hypotenuse over longer short side. That must be the same as 5 over the longer short side here, which is 2 root 5. So we can multiply both sides by S and multiply both sides by 2 root 5, and we get 3 root 5 times 2 root 5 is equal to 5S. So that's 6 times 5, so 30 is equal to 5S, or S is equal to 6. So the area of this thing is 36. And that's pretty cool. All right, everybody. Let's take a few more minutes to see if anyone asks any more questions on Twitter. If so, I'll answer those questions live on Twitter. Otherwise, we'll end the show. So let's take a few minutes back. This is Nighttime Mathematics Radio. Once again, if you have any questions, tweet them to @NightMathRadio on Twitter, and I'll try to answer them live on the air when the break ends. Welcome back, everybody. Well, it looks like that was the last question for the night, so we'll end the show here. This has been Nighttime Mathematics Radio, so in this strange world where the homework goes on, but all the math classes have stopped, just keep tuning in weeknights at 9 p.m. when my daytime work permits, and I'll keep trying to help you out. Many thanks to Catriona Shearer for posting that great geometry question, which I answered today on the show. So for the moment, stay safe, everybody. See y'all tomorrow night.